Ingram says something very important, very important. Listen up.
McConnell has the power to end this national nightmare. He could, in his opening resolution tomorrow, include a motion to dismiss the fraudulent articles of impeachment. The facts, the law, and the Constitution require it. An actual trial is only necessary if preceded by a legitimate indictment. That didn't happen here. The process in the House was infected by partisan taint and defective legal arguments. First, the House failed to make their case under applicable law. The Constitution clearly states a person can only be impeached for treason, bribery, or other high crimes and misdemeanors. Here, none of that was established. There was no underlying crime.
This would be the first impeachment in history where there would be considerable debate and, in my view, not compelling evidence of the commission of a crime.
The two articles filed against the president are deficient on their face. The first, abuse of power, is just totally made up. According to the radicals in their party, the president is abusing his power every time he enforces, let's say, immigration law. They're all saying that all the time. He can't do this. He's abusing his power. So would that count, too, as an article of impeachment? You see how just a wide berth this is? The president acted squarely with his Article 1 powers in his telephone conversation with the Ukrainian president. And the Ukrainian president himself said he felt no pressure, no quid pro quo. This is why the Democrats abandoned their talk of the quid pro quo and, of course, all the other stuff they were throwing in, the kitchen sink, extortion, you name it.
There are a number of events you are investigating to which I cannot bring any firsthand knowledge.
What I can do here for you today is tell you what I heard from people.
You really have no testimony today that ties President Trump to a scheme to withhold aid from Ukraine in exchange for these investigations.
It's just ludicrous. Let's move on.
That's going to be interesting. From day one, Schiff and company made it clear that they wouldn't go to court to enforce subpoenas. What did that tell you? That told you they had no confidence in their case. They claimed there was no time. They pointed to the urgency of the matter. We had to stop Trump. He was going to do it again. Remember all that? But it was like hurry up and wait for an entire month tomorrow.
There was no legality in what they're doing.
It is an abuse of power. It's your abuse of power. You're doing precisely what you're criticizing the president for doing.
So true.
That's exactly what happened. It would be ideal if we had impeachments that were neutral, objective, bipartisan. This case doesn't rise to that level in any sense.
It shouldn't be treated as legitimate either. Democrats used to agree that impeachment shouldn't be driven solely by one party.
We are here today because the Republicans in the House are paralyzed with hatred of President Clinton, and until the Republicans free themselves of this hatred, our country will suffer.
History is going to question whether or not this was just a partisan lynching or whether or not it was something that, in fact, met the standard, the very high bar.
Back then, Biden actually remembered where he was. So what happened? Donald Trump happened. That's what. Finally, it's time that members of Congress start earning their paychecks. We face a wide
clarity on this.
array of challenges that need the president's undivided attention. Iran, infrastructure, the skyrocketing costs of health care still. This is all a dangerous distraction, and McConnell should continue to call it out as such. Oh, and Mitt Romney and the other folks who are a little wobbly maybe. Mitt Romney has the opportunity to be a hero here. Yes, I said hero. He and a handful of the other wavering Republican senators have the power to preserve the legitimacy and the check of impeachment. Allowing new witnesses into the process at this point, it only empowers the partisans that began this madness from the beginning. The constitutional deficiency is obvious on its face. I think Romney...
I don't know what Romney's going to do. Hopefully he'll step up. It's been a great disappointment politically.
Romney knows that. It's imperative that they stop the Democratic senators itching for a show trial. Allowing this impeachment to go forward only serves to set a poisonous precedent for future commanders-in-chief, long after Trump is gone.
So true. We're going to leave it there at that. He should be acquitted tomorrow in an opening statement. I don't think it will. I think they'll go to witnesses, but that's their choice. He needs to be acquitted. This is unconstitutional, and it's very dangerous. Roger Mark from Billings, Montana. Good day.